Mm. Hi, I'm Jesus Antonio del Ángel Vázquez,
And I'm Amado Cruz Juarez.
and we are going to talk about the variation between Mexican Spanish from three different zones of the country. Okay, well, according to the Cervantes Institute, sponsored by Spain's government, there are more than 4 million native or near native speakers of Spanish in the world, with 21 countries as Spanish as the official language. Well, Spanish has changed for over 500 years. Back in 1500, it was relatively homogeneous. The changes were done by various factors, such as the drift of time, contact with other languages, migrations, propagation of the language through missionary division activities, rise of cities, division of the sociolinguistic of rural and urban communities, educational systems, community literacy and mass communication, media and official language policies. It is also considered social and geographical variation.
Well, in the case of the Spanish, there is no certain information on the classification of Latin American Spanish dialects due to the vast territorial spans and height of variability due to multiple language contact environments, internal migration, etc. There is a classification according to Lipps in 1994, uh, which are Mexico, Caribbean region, such as Cuba, Puerto Rico, Guatemala and Yucatan, El Salvador, Nicaragua and Honduras, Colombia, Pacific, which include Ecuador and Peru, and Chile, and finally Argentina and Paraguay. Uh, well, the findings about the difference are more marked in Spanish speakers, according to Canfield, 1981, and Lipsky.
Okay, the international patterns vary through every region and social dialects. Most of the variation can be considered as subphonemical. That means that they do not create oppositions on different meanings, but provide unmistakable identification of the dialects. Intonational sequences provide the quickest and most reliable identification of a speaker's regional and social origins. These are el tono or tone, y and el cantado or the song.
Uh, well, we are going to be analyzing the topic variation in this word. So there is a brief definition. The diatopic variation, which is variation according to the geographical place. And we are taking three kind of variation uh, related to our word, which are the plateau, the southeast, and the coast.
Okay, well, our job is somewhat similar to Williams Labot Master's Vineyard research. Well, this work the point of that work is that William Labot investigated various vowel sounds. The method he used was to interview 69 people from different ages, ethics, and social groups. He used an interview technique to encourage the participants to say the vowels he wished to study, and he tried to do it as natural as possible. We are doing this with these three speakers with a normal conversation they will have, so that's why we try to do it as natural as possible.
Well, as I've already said, we will be focusing in three different kind of variation, but there is a brief.
Well, our objective of this work is to find the difference between the Spanish from Mexico from those different regions.
Well, the four types of Mexican accent are the North accent, which is influenced by the culture and the closeness to the United States. The Plateau, which is influenced by uh, some other language as the Nahuatl. The Southeast, which is influenced by the closeness to Guatemala and the Mayan culture, and the Costa, which is found in states as Oaxaca, Guerrero, Veracruz, and influenced by some migrants.
Well, we are considering three important aspects for this work, which is the dialectical variation, the mutual intelligibility, and the jargon. Well, the dialectical variation is divided in three kinds of variation, which is regional dialect. This means that the distinct forms of how a language is spoken in certain geographical areas. The social dialects is how the members of a certain society speak, and ethnic dialect, which refers to the speakers of certain religions or groups. Well, dialects are a form of a language that is considered substandard, incorrect, or corrupt form of it. Well, also, the dialects are not purely regional, social, or ethnic. This means that they can be merged together. The mutual intelligibility, on the other hand, is an aspect that allows speakers of different dialects of the same language to understand each other. Since the grammatical structure, pronunciation, and vocabulary is so similar, they can recognize each other that they speak the same language.
The third one, the jargon, refers to vocabulary used in certain groups according to their interests. For example, in professions, they use a different code, a different jargon. Uh, Teachers from the doctors.
Well, now, for the conclusions, we found out that neither of the three speakers have a strong accent of their original places. This is due to didn't have a really strong accent to begin with, or they simply don't use it as much as they from where they come. Well, this we believe this is due to they are in a different place or when they are speaking with other people. This is what causes this.
Yeah, we think that because of they are involved with a society which is not from they are from. That's because they don't show their original accent.
Well, that will be everything, and here are our references which we use to do our job, work, I mean.
Thanks for watching.
And see you later.